and we'll just make sure they're all dead. Let's just attack them with our bayonets, so that in this way we'll make sure they all stay dead. Look at that, the guy holding the flag is in the middle. Alright, I want them like that. Done, they are all broken nearly instantly, and in this way we regain the control of the town center, which is awesome. Okay, now that we have retaken this, let's go back. We're going back and we'll be waiting for additional forces that our enemies will undoubtedly send against us. So that's exactly what's happening here. As you can see, they have more troops. However, these troops of theirs are going to be met with resistance. Alright, their numbers are being cut quite a bit. Maybe that's Australian thing that they have such high numbers. Austrian thing, I wanted to say, not Australian. In any case, these numbers are quite huge here. They will try to charge us, however, we are very much, very ready. They won't be charging us for long, as you can see, and this will count as a retreat for them. We'll kill off all the retreating troops, and now we're only left with a bunch of artillery units that they have. These artillery units need to be taken care of, and so we'll be sending a bunch of brigades there, but it looks like I can barely leave. Okay, fine. Hopefully we won't have to climb through the walls, obviously. It looks like that's exactly what's gonna be, because that's how AI works. They just don't wanna go through the gate that's already being taken by somebody else there. It's fine with me. They can go through that. They can move through the walls. The Austrians have already placed these wires here, these ropes, and the soldiers can use unexercised if they wish so. So everybody just needs to focus on attacking those artillery pieces. That's it. It's that simple. Okay, and it looks like the first units here are going to successfully engage these artillerymen, and the artillerymen will not stand and fight for long. Alright, here not so many of us, so they can actually put up a fight. However, our numbers will steadily increase so much they cannot do much about it. And here we have gained ourselves another good victory. Maybe this will put this region under our permanent control. The religion for us is strong here, very strong. But that's it. The people don't like the reforms. New town emerges. Oh well, unfortunately there's nothing much we can do about that. New port emerges, so our American regions there are improving. Military technology, naval architecture advances. This nation has further developed their military technology with the intention of gaining a vital advantage over their enemies on the field of battle. This is a new approach to the business of designing, building, arming, and commissioning warships for the Navy. The struggle to find the perfect design for a ship of the line occupies many minds in many admiralities around the world. Ideally, the perfect design for each type of vessel will be a standard, repeatable, planned that any competent shipwright can execute. There must be a compromise between the various elements of the ship, armament and its type, speed, sail area, strength of the hull, endurance in terms of supplies carried, and so forth. If any of these are unbalanced, then the ship will sail or fight poorly and the fleet will be weakened as a result. Historically distinct classes of warships built to standardized designs emerged by a process of experimentation. Shipwrights were expected to naval architects rather than build ships by rule of thumb, the way things had always been done. Navies encouraged the practice because of a certain pleasing neatness resulted if ships were built to recognize standards. If Britain, for example, the work of Sir Thomas Slade 1771 was exceptional, he produced a standard plan for the third-rate 74 and over 40 ships were built to his design. Next technology under research, reformed naval administration. Okay, very good indeed. However, our war efforts are stretching the budget to the limit. Our income is down to just 5,000, which means we cannot afford new troops. We cannot afford anything really. I'm just going through some of the towns that could use a repair, and that's it. Hopefully the towns are going to be repaired. So I'm gonna go through this quickly here and see, just maybe we'll be able to repair everything or most of the stuff out there. It looks like almost everything has been very successfully repaired, so we are just one step further in doing this right. Okay, now let's move on with our army movement. So this army right here needs to attack and hunt down Russian Empire troops here. Okay, it's a success that we have managed to break into this area. Okay, so let's see what we have here. So converts the populace to the Orthodox Church. This is certainly a disaster. Let's move through further. This is the seminary, which is good, exactly what we need. Another seminary. It looks like we don't need that many seminaries anymore. Because the Catholic population in Lvov, Galicia, Podolia is at its peak. Catholic population here too. So it looks like not everything has been repaired. The repairs for this building are very expensive. 3,600. That's almost everything that we currently own. And my armies need replenishment. However, it looks like we are very successfully moving forward. Let's let them surrender. And they have successfully accepted the surrender. Our front line will undoubtedly be able to move forward. Let's attack their armies first. Okay. Another battle and another victory for us here. Let's take a look at our agents. So many priests, as you can see. So let's take a look. So there's a priest in here. This priest could as well be moved to, for example, Belgrade. Why? Because Catholicism here is not high up. Then what do we have? You need to move east too. For example, you could go here. You could go here. Warsaw, Poland, 100% Catholic. Not so much Catholic here, so let's get you here to Breslau. So all of these provinces right here in the previously held Prussia, in the previously kind of Prussian territory. It's going to have priests in them. These troops need to pass. And so finally here we have ourselves a force. Okay, these guys just for some reason are not able to get together. Okay, that's not going to be a big army, but due to the fact that it's militia, so it won't be a powerful, but it's going to be fine. So we have this force right here. I would like to task it of taking Genoa. However, my money is in such a bad shape that it's hard to say if that can be done. In here our religion is in such a bad shape. The resistance to foreign occupation is just very high so far, and this obviously puts further strain on us. Besides that, I would like to attack Genoa and get rid of it with a combined force of these two armies. And after taking all of that, including Kiev and maybe even Crimea, Riga, Estonia, we could have a breather. That's a lot of territory to take and defend, but we do have a lot of armies here. We have 5 armies in total, which is 1 for a city, and this would make us quite powerful indeed. Let's move on to diplomacy. Spain is friendly. We still cannot have an alliance with them for as long as we are fighting Genoa. So what do I need? I need this army ready. It would cost me 7,000, but we could then fight these enemies out there. And I need to further fight here. Maybe I could have a peace treaty with the Americans, but first of all, let's ask them to surrender. Very surprisingly, the Indians have decided to surrender, so that is absolutely incredible for us, obviously. And let's move on to the diplomacy screen and see who exactly are we fighting currently. And as you can see, we're fighting quite a few nations here. And first of all, that's the Maratha Confederacy right there, a massive, huge nation. Let's ask for peace. They will not accept peace. Our proposals are foolish. Your proposals are foolish, are unschooled, Monkeys running your country. Okay. Okay. That was very, very insulting. And let's talk with Venice. No, they're hostile. So basically territorial expansion. Why they're so hostile towards us. Spain, why you're so happy with us. Military alliance, which is still quite strong. Actually, trade agreement, same religion, same government type, national leaders command respect +4, total +22, isn't bad at all. With Russia, we have 172 due to war, and if successful, we will reduce their territories even further. In any case, let's talk to with the United States of America and try and get that peace. So, what about peace for technology? Division of labor. Okay, there's not that many technologies we can actually offer. And so, what do you say? Your sir will rule this day. Okay. It looks like they will not agree to this. Let's offer them more, just simply more. Okay. So I'm giving them a lot more technology, including the military access. And yes, they have decided that it's over. We gave them a lot of technology, but that's not bad. Even if even if they won't fight us, they still have to fight the Indians, and if there won't be any Indians, it's fine. We lost Fort Nashpak. Bad, but it could be worse. Now, let's take a look and see what Quebec has to say. Can we request peace too? And it looks like they are going to not agree, so we'll just give them more offers. Sir, diplomatic niceties are all that are saving you from horsewhipping. Your proposals are rejected utterly. It looks like they will not accept this, but let's give them more technology. What about now? Yes, with more technology, Quebec will gladly accept peace. So let's see, are there any more kind of minor unnecessary nations that we can have peace with? And what about Genoa now? It looks like now they could as well have a peace treaty with us. And I could give them a lot more technology too in exchange for peace. As you can see, that is a lot of technology. No doubts about that. And this will give us a peace treaty. It looks like this is working very, very well for us so far. Now we can have war with the Indians. There's no way for us to make peace with them. However, Maratha Confederacy, maybe they would agree, but it looks like they will not agree, even if I give indefinite access. But this does give us a lot more strength here. Now we're friendly with them, and we may as well get ourselves another alliance. So these proposals have little to commend them, and therefore must reject. It looks like they want something for it. They want something for an alliance, and let's give them some technology. Okay, they won't agree. Maybe they will agree later, but that's that. It looks like Genoa has left for the city, taken from us, and they have lost many cities in Eastern Europe to us. So it's okay. This will increase our trade because we're not fighting that ferociously, and obviously this overall gives us